was driving down Old County 9, coffee cold, head full of time. Static faded and there it played that lullaby from younger days. She used to sing it soft at night when monsters lurked and dreams took flight, rocking me slow in her old chair, love wrapped in every whispered prayer. Now mama's songs on the radio, through crackling air and long ago. Every word still knows my name, every note still feels the same. Though miles and years have made me grow, I'm still her boy, with mama's song on the radio. She's gone now, but her voice remains in quilted lines and old refrains. The world spins fast, it pulls me wide, but that melody still holds my side. Yeah, mama's song's on the radio, and suddenly I'm not alone. Windshield tears and a softened smile, she's riding with me for a while. No matter where the road may go, she finds me still through that song on the radio. Chart for love that deep, no FM waves can ever keep. But now and then the sky aligns and mama sings between the lines. So play it loud and let it roll, that lullaby carved in my soul. I'll carry on, I'll drive on slow, with mama's voice through static snow. Some songs fade, but some still glow, like mama's song on the radio.
Mama's hands were worn and kind, stirring love into a cast iron mind. We didn't have much on that old pine plate, just cornbread and heartache. Daddy left in a dust cloud sigh, his boots walked off before the beans got dry. But mama stood tall with a back that didn't break, on cornbread and heartache. Cornbread and heartache, grit and grace, a little sweet tea, and a whole lot of faith. Life taught us how to bend, not to break. Raised on thunder prayers and what's at stake. You taste the hurt in every bite you take, when you're living on cornbread and heartache. We sang hymns while the storm rolled by. Windows shook, but we held the sky. She'd say, baby, life don't give, it takes, but we survive on cornbread and heartache. Cornbread against our fate. With hand-me-down strength that never came late, no silver spoon, just an iron stake dug deep in cornbread and heartache. Now I'm older, got my own porch light, kids at the table, stars in the night. And when they ask how I learned to stay brave, I serve 'em up some cornbread and heartache. Cornbread and heartache, soul and skin, what breaks you down builds you within. We rise on the fire, not what it takes, but what we make from the ache. So here's to every lesson we didn't fake, served warm with cornbread and heartache. I watched the red light fade on car 13. You never once looked back at me. Your suitcase rattled like a broken valve. The train rolled on, and I'm still here now. You said you needed skies more wide, more than this small town lullaby. But every mile that you chased ahead left me with silence and words unsaid. It's train tracks and teardrops, gravel and goodbyes. You took the steel, I took the cries. That whistle haunts like a long lost ghost. On every night I miss you most. Love left on rails and never stops. It's just train tracks and teardrops. Diners closed, your coffee's cold. That corner booth still holds your ghost. I trace your name on fogged up glass, but your future I can't grasp. It's train tracks and teardrops, rust and rain. A heart like mine don't break the same. Every thunder in the distance screams like wheels grinding down old dreams. You're gone where the horizon stops, with just train tracks and teardrops. I still walk down to that crossing sign, counting ties and killing time. The wind carries your perfume faint in the ache where hope once came. It's train tracks and teardrops, moonlight and pain. A goodbye carved on an outbound train. I still wait like some fool does for your return that never was. But some goodbyes never swap, just train tracks and teardrops. Boot prints in the morning dew, dust still hanging on his truth. Didn't leave a note, didn't say goodbye, just rode off with the sunrise. Coffee cold in the enamel cup, I held it like I held my luck. His shadow faded for the rooster cried. He was gone with the sunrise sky. He rode off with the sunrise, no words, no plans, just the leather reins and worn out hands. I stood in the doorway, bare and wide-eyed, as the world turned gold and he slipped outside. Some men chased the wind, some chased the light. He rode off with the sunrise. His saddle knew more truth than me, and held his weight and mystery. And though he loved me, I now realize he was married to the morning skies. He rode off with the sunrise, no second glance, just the rhythm of hooves and a drifting stance. Left behind a heart still tied to a man who couldn't stay inside. The horizon called and he complied. He rode off with the sunrise. And maybe one day he'll ride back home with stories carved in flesh and bone. But I won't ask him why he left that night. I'll just pour the coffee and hold him tight. He rode off with the sunrise, chasing peace in the silence where wild men find release. And if I never see those eyes again, I'll still love him like I did back then. Some hearts don't break, they just ride. He rode off with the sunrise.
The road is cracked like promises I broke. The ashtray full and the truth still shows. Tail lights flicker in my rear view sins, and I ain't sure where this road ends. The radio plays that old George song about a love that don't last long. I whisper sorry to the night again, but the wind don't answer where you've been. I'm 5 miles from forgiveness, but a lifetime from your grace. Turning down that gravel road I swore I'd never face. The porch light's on, but I don't know if you'll stay or slam the door. 5 miles ain't far, but it's farther than before. Your picture's creased and my glove box torn. like the words I never said that left you warm. I've run from truth like I ran from pain, but tonight I face the pouring rain. I'm 5 miles from forgiveness, but my hands still shake. Heartbeat like thunder every mile I take. Don't know if mercy lives behind that screen door, but I'm driving through ghosts I can't ignore. Maybe you'll curse me from the porch in tears, or maybe you've burned down all those years. But I'd rather be broken at your feet tonight than hide one more day from what's right. I'm 5 miles from forgiveness, the headlights dim. The closer I get, the more I think of him. The man I was, the fool you knew, the truth I never bore. But if you'll open that door, I'll need 5 miles no more. Back when the grass reached the sky and the wind sang lullabies, we carved our names in cottonwood trees and swore we'd never bend our knees. Saddles creaked and dust came slow, boots kicked dust where rivers flowed. We chased the dusk with fire in our eyes, young and fearless under prairie skies. Back when horses ran wild and hearts didn't break, love was a whisper we didn't dare wake. We lived like the lightning, we burned like the sun, fast as the thunder and always on the run. Those days were a storm, we rode with a smile. Back when horses ran wild, you wore daisies in your raven hair, laughed like you didn't have a care. I told you once, don't ever change, but life blew through like a midnight train. Back when horses ran wild and time stood still, we drank from dreams and bent the world to our will. But fences grew high and our trails turned cold. We traded fire for the need to grow old. But I still remember that runaway mile, back when horses ran wild. fields are paved, the stars dim down. That old saloon's now a coffee town. But when the wind howls through my window tonight, I swear I still hear hoofbeats in flight. Back when horses ran wild and nothing was tame, before the silence, before the blame, we were dust and thunder, truth and trial. Back when horses ran wild.
We were barefoot on the gravel road, skipping rocks where the river flowed. To your daddy's truck, a rusted dream, two hearts stitched in faded jeans. July air thick with summer song, fireflies blinking all night long. You held my hand like I might fly underneath that cotton candy sky. Fireflies and faded jeans, we were young and wild and 17, tangled up in small town scenes, chasing stars and movie screen dreams. We didn't know what forever means, but we believe in fireflies and faded jeans.
The porch light blinks, said it's getting late, but time stood still past the garden gate. You kissed me slow to a Luke Bryan tune, with grass stains and a harvest moon.
Fireflies and faded jeans, heartbeats humming like tambourines, bonfire smoke and sweet iced tea. Every night was a melody. We thought we knew what love could mean, back in fireflies and faded jeans. Now I drive through that same old town, Main Street lights and memories drown. You're long gone, but I still see that summer kid inside of me. Fireflies and faded jeans, first love lit like gasoline. Time moved on, but in my dreams we're still dancing in moonbeam scenes. No regrets, just in between, and the glow of fireflies and faded jeans.
Packed up the past in a leather-bound case, left a note on the mirror and no trace. That old map's torn where the roads fade to dust, but my heart beats loud in the silence I trust. The rear view shows the life I outgrew, a small town story I never quite knew. Now I'm chasing clouds on a highway high, with nothing but dreams and the open sky. Torn map, open sky. I don't know the where, but I know the why. Foot on the gas, no need to lie. I'm finding myself where the fences die. Let the wind decide where I'll lie with a torn map and an open sky.
Motels and diners and songs on repeat. Low mountain markers like hearts that beat. Every wrong turn taught me more than gold. Every sunrise burned stories untold. Torn map, open sky. No compass, no chains, no last goodbye. I'm not lost, just passing by. Trading fearful wings and reasons to fly. Some souls were made not to comply. Like a torn map beneath an open sky. One day I might circle back round, but for now I won't be tied down. Some hearts don't beat in place too long. They belong to the wind and a wandering song. Torn map, open sky, where the truth runs deep and the spirits fly. If the stars align, then I'll get by with a full tank and a restless sigh. Heaven ain't always somewhere high. It's a torn map and an open sky. Clock ticks loud in the kitchen light. I'm still wide awake at 12:05. Steam's long gone from this bitter brew, like the heat we lost when I lost you.
Your old flannel's draped on the back of the chair. Smells like fall in your messy hair. I said I'd be fine, but that was a lie. Now I'm sipping silence and asking why.
Midnight coffee and regret. Things I said I can't forget. Words still echo in my head. Wishing that I'd held you close instead. No sleep, no peace, just cold regret. And midnight coffee on the countertop set. Tried calling once, let it ring twice. Hung up before I could make it right. That diner we love still stays open late. I pass it sometimes, haunted by fate. Midnight coffee and regret. I'm dancing with the past, I can't reset. Your goodbye still lingers yet, in every bitter sip and cigarette. I trade tomorrow to just forget this midnight coffee and deep regret.
I know it's late, but I still care. Your ghost is sitting in that chair. If you'd walk in, I'd drop the pride, pour a fresh cup and apologize.
Midnight coffee and regret. Still love you more than I admit. If there's a way to reconnect, let this broken heart be the first step. 'Cause I'm not done, and not just yet, with midnight coffee and all this regret.
There's a space behind the old red barn where time stands still and the world feels far. Just a patch of grass and weathered wood, but it held more love than most hearts could. We carved our names in a cypress gate, summer hands and a teenage fade. You wore cut-offs and a crooked grin, said this old town can't hold us in. Between the fence posts, we found our way in the hush of dusk, in the heat of day, where dreams were whispered through slats and dust, and every stolen kiss felt like trust. No need for maps or fancy clothes. We had everything between the fence posts. Your daddy called you home at 9, but we stayed late past the county line. Lightning bugs and pickup beams still shine inside my midnight dreams. Between the fence posts, we rode our youth with muddy boots and a simple truth: life moves slow like the creek behind, but our hearts raced in perfect time. No silver rings or ballroom toast, just forever between the fence posts. Now there's rust where there once was rope, and that field's been sold to someone's hope. But I still drive by now and then to where it all began back when. Between the fence posts, we made a vow without the words, but I still know how. Though life moved on and so did you, that space still holds a love so true, where wild hearts grow and stories boast. I left my soul between the fence posts. Between the fence posts. Wheels on the blacktop, stars in my eyes, windows down under desert skies, leaving behind what I couldn't explain, with a heart full of thunder and runaway rain. Maps don't matter when you're chasing truth. Learn more from silence than I did in my youth. There's a fire that burns when you don't look back, just a voice in the wind and a tire marked track. I'm chasing
gravity. Met a girl in Tulsa, eyes like the dawn. Said some hearts ain't meant to belong. I smiled and left with the weight of her words, like a song that floats but is never heard. I'm chasing gravity, no anchor in sight, just pulling toward the edge of night. Love tried to hold me but couldn't stay, 'cause the sky keeps calling me away. A wanderer's fate, wild and free, still chasing wind, still chasing gravity. If I crash in color. If I fall like thunder. But I'd rather live on the edge of sky than wonder what if till the day I die. Chasing gravity, I won't come down. You can find me where dreams hit ground. Not looking back at what I missed, 'cause life is meant to feel like this. No roots, no cage, just destiny and open roads, and chasing gravity. I lit a smoke in the rearview glow, left behind a town never known. Midnight wind through an open coat, heart as heavy as a cowboy's oath. Tires hum like a lonesome tune, and the sky pours light from a whiskey moon. On dusty roads I chase the past, where the good times fade, but the memories last. With a bottle half gone and a soul that knows there's no turning back on these dusty roads. Under a whiskey moon I ride alone. Your faded note still rides the dash, folded tight like the love we had. You said run free, don't lose your fire, but your voice still haunts these worn out tires. Now each mile burns like old regret, and I ain't forgiven, I ain't forgot yet. On dusty roads I chase the past, where the good times fade, but the memories last. With a bottle half gone and a soul that knows there's no turning back on these dusty roads. Under a whiskey moon I ride alone. But tonight this wheel's my only friend, till the road runs out or the bottle ends. On dusty roads I chase the past, through the smoke and steel,
of a love that crashed, with the stars above and the eight below. I drive where the broken-hearted go, under a whiskey moon I ride alone.
Pulled off the highway near mile 92. Same old diner, same worn out view. Coffee's cold but your memory's warm, like the summer rain in a southern storm. There's a box of words you left behind, faded ink from a younger time. Letters on the dashboard, yellowed at the seams, tied up in ribbon and forgotten dreams. Each word you wrote still sounds like you, like a whisper in a worn out tune, a rhythm slow when the silence pours. These letters on the dashboard still love you more. Your last line said, don't wait for me, but I'm still driving through memories. That truck of mine don't steer too straight when I pass by your old front gate. Wish I knew then what I know now, how love don't die, it just lays down. Letters on the dashboard, yellowed at the seams, tied up in ribbon and forgotten dreams. Each word you wrote still sounds like you, like a whisper in a worn out tune. I read them slow when the silence pours. These letters on the dashboard still love you. One says forever, one says goodbye. I trace each line with a heavy sigh. Pages shaking in my hand, still holding on to where we began. Letters on the dashboard, waiting like the dawn. Even though you're miles long gone, I drive alone, but your words still stay, like a ghost that never fades away. And every mile makes my heart soar, with letters on the dashboard. I love you more.
That old swing still creaks with the evening breeze. Paint's all chipped on the cedar trees. You carved our names in the porch rail wood, back when forever still felt good. The sun set slow like it used to do, and every shade of gold reminds me of you. Back porch memories in a mason jar sky, fireflies dancing and time drifting by, laughter and whispers in a warm July. Hearts wide open, no need to try. Now I sit here with a sweet iced tea, talking to the ghosts of you and me, and back porch memories. still hangs on the nail next to the wind chime you love so well. I still hear that screen door slam, your bare feet echo across this land. The stars come out but they don't shine right. Night without your hand in mine each night. Back porch memories in a mason jar sky, fireflies dancing and time drifting by, laughter and whispers in a warm July, hearts wide open, no need to try. Now I sit here with a sweet iced tea, talking to the ghost of you and me in back porch memories. Maybe one day you'll come back around and we'll pick up where we laid love down. But until then I'll be just fine, rocking slow in that old chair of mine. Back porch memories, they never fade, like the summer nights where dreams were made. I raise a glass to who we used to be, still here waiting with the old oak tree. Now the past feels just like company in back porch memories. Coffee's cold, the morning's still, the house is quiet up on the hill. But there they are, like days before, her worn out boots beside the door. She used to kick 'em off around midnight, laughing loud in the porch swing light. Now dust collects where she once snored, but I still see her boots beside the door. Her boots beside the door, like she never left, like love don't fade, just holds its breath. They whisper stories from nights we swore we'd always have forever, and maybe more. But all that's left on this old floor are her boots beside the door. Perfume lingers in flannel sleeves, like autumn wind in dying leaves. I tried to pack them once, couldn't bear the war of letting go those boots beside the door. I don't know where she's gone tonight, but the stars still blink in porch light white, and I keep hoping she'll come once more to slip back into those boots by the door. Her boots beside the door, like a prayer unspoken, she ever walks back in once more, she'll find her boots beside the door.
Golden sun on a weathered barn, your hand in mine, soft and warm. Dust kicks up as the tractor rolls, hearts like fire in the summer gold. Your dress caught wind by the cottonwood tree. You laughed so loud it set me free. Radio playing some old George Strait. That was the day I believed in fate. Hayfields in July, under sky so wide. We were young, wild, with nothing to hide. The world was small, but love was high, and hayfields burning neath the July sky. We made promises we'd never write, just hearts and hayfields holding tight. That summer left with a whisper low, like fireflies fading in the afterglow. But I still drive by that old fence line where you first told me you'd be mine. Hayfields in July, where the truth was clear. No need for words when you were near. The crickets sang and time stood still, two shadows dancing on a moonlit hill. We loved so hard we touched the sky, and hayfields soft as a goodbye. Every time the sun hits just right, I close my eyes and relive that night. The scent of hay, your cherry smile, it only stayed a little while. Hayfields in July, they still remain etched in my soul like a summer rain. No matter where this road may lie, part of me still in that sky, still in those fields with you and I, in hayfields in July. I left my boots by the back porch light, didn't wait around for another fight. The screen door slammed like a long goodbye as gravel dust filled the evening sky. Old Ford growling down a one-lane road, map torn up but my heart still knows
wind, it howls like a restless friend, pushing me further from where I've been. Gone with the gravel wind, taking back the pieces I gave in. No rear view glance, no second spin, just miles behind and a heart worn thin. I ain't running, I just won't bend. I'm gone with the gravel wind. You said love needs roots, not wings, but I was born for moving things. Can't plant hope where the soil won't stay, so I let the dust show me the way. Gone with the gravel wind, where dreams get lost and roads begin. No white lines, just red clay sin, and a soul that don't fit back in. If you ask where I've been, just gone with the gravel wind. Maybe someday when the sky turns gray, I'll find a town where I can stay. But till that peace comes drifting in, I'll ride the edge of gravel wind. Gone with the gravel wind, like thunder rolls on rusted tin. No promises, no bitter end, just one more song I'll never sing. I was yours and now I've been gone with the gravel wind. Lit a smoke in the rear view glow, left behind a town I'll never know. Midnight wind through an open coat, heart as heavy as a cowboy's oat. Tires hum like a lonesome tune, and the sky pours light from a whiskey moon. On dusty roads I chase the past, where the good times fade, but the memories last. With a bottle half gone and a soul that knows there's no turning back on these dusty roads. Under a whiskey moon I ride alone. Fading note still rides the dash, folded tight like the love we had. You said run free, don't lose your fire, but your voice still haunts these worn out tires. Now each mile burns like old regret, and I ain't forgiven, I ain't forgot yet. On dusty roads I chase the past, where the good times fade, but the memories last. With a bottle half gone and a soul that knows there's no turning back on these dusty roads. Under a whiskey moon I ride alone. Maybe someday I'll find my way
past, through the smoke and steel of a love that crashed. With the stars above and the ache below, I drive where the broken-hearted go. Under a whiskey moon, I ride alone.
White steeple stands at the edge of town, peeling paint, roof sagging down. The pews are dusty, the choir's gone, but that old bell still sings at dawn. We carved our names on the chapel oak, shared our vows in whispered hope. Even though your hand's not in mine, I still hear echoes in the chime. The church bell still rings through wind and rain, calling out to hearts lost and chained. Time may rust the cross and swing, but grace don't fade, and love still clings. You may be gone, but one sure thing, the church bell still rings. Your mama's flowers still bloom in spring, by the steps where sparrows sing. Every Sunday I sit alone, praying to a God that brings me home. The church bell still rings, though voices fade, through funeral fall and wedding days. No choir robes, no organ strings, just rust and wind and sacred things. Though you're not here and life has changed, the church bell still rings. Seasons pass and towns forget, but some old sounds ain't silenced yet. Hope ain't built on polished gold, it lives in iron, cracked and old. The church bell still rings at break of light, a stubborn song in the dying night. I walk that aisle in memory's wings, through all that loss and all that stings. I still believe in sacred things, 'cause the church bell still rings. Crickets sing in cotton fields, moonlight painting silver reels. Your hand in mine slow dancing there, barefoot hearts in summer air. That old windmill creaked in time, to every kiss, to every line. We carve forever in the bark, but time can fade a fire spark. but the stars over Texas nights still shine like your eyes in pale twilight. Though you're long gone, the sky still knows where love once bloomed and gently froze. I close my eyes and it feels right under stars over Texas nights. The highway hums a lonesome tune. I chase the ghost of me and you. The porch lights off, your truck is gone, but this red dirt still sings our song. 'Cause the stars over Texas nights keep whispering our silent fights. No need for words, no need for blame, just heaven calling out your name. Some things end, but some shine bright like the stars over Texas nights. Even if love fades away, the sky remembers yesterday. No matter where the road may bend, those stars don't judge how stories end. So I'll raise a toast to that old flame, to every joy and every pain. You were my song, my wild, my light, still burning in those Texas nights. Yeah, some goodbyes still glow with mine, like the stars over Texas.